This is a 2022 Hyundai Tucson.
Hybrid. It is the ultimate all-wheel drive hybrid model, which can be upgraded to a plug-in hybrid for $4,500. And if you do that, you do get $2,500 back from the federal Canadian incentive program. I'm sure in other locations you get some stuff too.
So yeah, it's like a little rebate, which
Yeah.
basically equates the
Doesn't
upgrade
equate.
to.
It makes it easier though,
So,
right?
well, yeah, it doesn't make it as a steep jump.
What else does the plug-in hybrid give you? Electric only range, 60 kilometers
That's true.
instead of a few meters in this one. And it gives you more power, 265 horsepower instead of 227. The one thing I have to say though, for both models, is that when they go electrically, they're only front-wheel drive.
Really? They don't do it all-wheel drive?
Nope. So if you look at the energy monitor, you'll see that the electric motor, so the battery's in the back, the electric motor's in the front, and it only moves the front wheels. So the electric motor in the plug-in hybrid has more horsepower, has like 90 versus 57.
Yep.
But again, it's only hooked up to the front wheel. So in winter, if you're driving in very slippery stuff and you need the all-wheel drive, you have to burn gas. This one only has a tiny 1.49 kilowatt hour battery. As we said, it won't take you very far on batteries alone, but it does regen all the time, so fuel economy is exceptional.
Fuel economy is great. I've done over 300 kilometers and I'm still over half a tank.
I know, right? And it doesn't even have such a big tank.
This is, I can't believe it's like, right now it's reading 7.2 liters per 100 kilometers.
Yep.
And
It is what it is. And it's regular, which makes it super cheap to run. That's great. Look, you put your indicator on and I can see the blind spot. So under the hood, it has a 1.6 liter turbo engine. And that's amazing because it's a turbo engine instead of a naturally aspirated one. It makes 180 horsepower by itself and 195 pound-feet of torque. But combined with a 59 horsepower from the electric motor that also makes another 195 pound-feet of torque, the total combined outputs are 227 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. The reason why it's not 2 times 195 for the torque is because the curves meet in such way that... Exactly. It is mated to what transmission? It's not a CVT, is it?
Is it?
No, it's a 6-speed automatic.
I can't
with
even
paddle
tell.
shifters.
I really can't tell.
It's smooth.
Honestly,
it's very smooth.
It literally goes from gear to gear. You never, well, I can't tell it when it's shifting. Sometimes, but I gotta say this transmission is like butter.
You know what? It's really odd though. The rev meter in Eco, where you really don't need it, you have the rev gauge.
So I thought you were full of crap. So when you told me that, I was like, I don't think so. But then I did it, and it's like, I don't want to see that. I want to see the rev meter when I'm in sport mode.
So you go now to Smart, and you see the charge, the Eco, and the power.
Yeah.
And you see the same in Sport, but in Sport, you might be using the paddle shifters. So you want to see.
I'd rather see the RPM there. I don't
Exactly.
wanna
You
see
need the RPM to use the paddle shifters.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Guys, fix that, please.
And in Eco, you don't see anything. You see the RPM gauge again. I don't get
But
it.
in Eco, you need to see that energy monitor, right? Instead of the RPM.
Yeah, that's what they should show here. But you can set it so you see the energy monitor, and there you just got to switch over the menu.
It's mated to a 6-speed automatic, and it has H-track all-wheel drive. So 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in this many seconds. Put it in sport mode though, and it gets really lively. It's almost too eager to go, isn't it?
I'll be honest, I was shocked.
Put it in sport mode. Show us.
So, okay. So I'm going to straighten out first, and then I'm going to put this in sport mode. Oh.
See that? Even when you push the switch, suddenly it's like you have to like take your foot off the throttle.
Yeah, it's... So now I hear the engine going. Oh, no. Sorry, it's actually not. And now I'm going to give it some gas. It boogies.
It really does, especially initially. Like the off-the-line thrust is really cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's not underpowered at all. It really feels really suited for this kind of chassis and this body style.
In the city, you can't drive it in sport mode because it's too aggressive. Like, you're definitely going to rear-end somebody if you drive it in sport mode.
I don't know if you'll rear-end somebody, but I mean, it really peps up and it really kind of shows its true colors.
So performance overall is more than adequate, but I would get the plug-in hybrid for the extra power, but most importantly, that 60-kilometer range EV only that would work perfectly for me. The exterior is really good looking. It is a bit over-designed, but the front lights are very distinctive, and the rear lights are also very aggressive, and they kind of resemble a Mustang, at least for me. The sides are intensely sculpted, and the wheels are also pretty cool.
Did you notice that everybody always remembers the Tucson because of the integrated lights in the grille. Every single person says, "Hey, is that a Tucson?"
Yeah.
And I said, "How do you know that?" And they say, "I see the lights in the grille." That's what everyone's talking about.
They showed that on the concept car and they kept it in the production car.
I think that's awesome. When I saw that, I was like, I've never seen that before. It's so unique and so... What's that word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's eye-catching, and it's really like this.
But those are not the headlights, you know that, right?
No,
They're
I know.
the driving lights.
The driving
DRLs.
lights are right on that side, right next to them, just kind of lower than that.
And they are LED, and they do a great job at night.
And there's 4 of them in each slot, which is really interesting. So
like Porsche.
The side of the doors look weird. I mean, it looks like someone kicked the side of the door in, at least on the front side of the doors. The back sides are okay. It looks like it was intentionally sculpted, but...
Yeah. I mean, it is a very angular design, and yeah, if you're not used to it, you can think that there's some damage there, but...
That's not even angular. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, who kicked my door in? I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, but it might work for other people, but it's a little too sculpted for my liking.
Inside, it's very modern, clean, and very functional. The materials used are surprisingly nice, most are soft to the touch, and there's not too much to complain about, really. A volume knob would have been nice instead of the touch buttons.
All the piano black finishing makes this car look so much more elegant. The interior is much more streamlined where your air vents are, how they're integrated.
I love how they've matched this line from the door to the air vents and down the console. Like, it's a very nice design.
Yeah, it's perfect. It gives it that simple, elegant, refined look that you really find in luxury cars.
Like,
I love it.
If you would hide the badge on the wheel, like, this could have been a much higher end car, right? It would be a more premium car.
Everything except this. Like, what is this? They look like nipples.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, come on, they're pointy.
Like, yeah.
Like, that's like when you got razor blade nipples going on, and they're like, like I gotta have my hands up. I don't know. Anyway, weird, but okay.
Now, as we mentioned before, when you change the driving modes, the theme on the instrument cluster also changes. All the themes look very clean and very nice. Technology is super. You get everything you really need, including a very good adaptive cruise control system with excellent lane keeping assist, blind spot monitors, collision detection stuff. You get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but only wired. You do have a wireless charger. You get heated and ventilated front seats, a heated steering wheel, heated rear seats, and a very nice panoramic sunroof. You also get nice USB ports for the passengers in the back. Roominess is overall awesome. Legroom and headroom are fantastic, and the rear seats also recline.
I think the driving position's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good for me, but I'd like the reach of the wheel to come a little bit closer. Like,
are you complaining about your inadequacies as a short man?
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't really need it.
I have a disproportional body, and I need the steering wheel a little bit closer without the seat moving closer.
I think my tushy's comfortable enough. I can reach the wheel.
Seats are great.
Yeah, really this is amazing. I love the seats. Like,
and did you notice? Passenger side, powered. Not like other SUVs where they cheap out, they give you manual passenger seats.
But did you also notice that the USB ports in the back are illuminated? So even if you're in the dark, you can find them real simply.
Yeah. And the other thing I really like about this car is all the messages it tells you on the instrument cluster. Like when the car in front of you moves, it says car moved, so you can go.
It's like, wake up, idiot, you gotta go.
If you're already in drive and you press drive again, it says you're already selected, you dum-dum.
Yeah, it's stupid proof.
And everything you move shows you what you did. See the wipers, auto, off, whatever, so there's no guesswork. It's all eliminated.
And when you signal, you hit, it shows you what's on that side that you're signaling to. So you don't even need to check your blind spots.
Well, you do need to check them, but they're right there.
But yeah, my point is that on your left or right side, it'll show you little circles and the little image there from the camera.
And you know what I really like? That when you do that, and let's say the speedometer vanishes, it still gives you a digital reading of your speed inside that video feed, so you always know what your speed is.
Yeah.
So,
pretty cool.
Good stuff.
I like it.
The trunk is huge. It offers over 1,000 liters of capacity, and there's even a hidden space underneath the floor.
So did you notice all the little imperfections? I mean, we pointed out like the rear badge, kind of the sticking
off,
kind of started to come off. And I mean, that's maybe a durability question or I don't know. But one big thing that was even more questionable on durability is, listen. You hear that?
No. Oh, so not at this speed, but at highway speeds. Yes, I did hear the passenger side window. There's some kind of aerodynamic noise. I thought there's like a leaky seal, but it's not. It's something, some turbulence outside that makes like.
Well, it doesn't do it on that side, but it
No.
does it on this side. So it must be some sort of defect or something. That's the only thing I can make it come out
You know
to.
what else I noticed? When I turned the car and I went on like a surface that went a bit uphill,
Yeah.
so the chassis actually kind of
Twisted?
twisted.
Yeah.
I heard cracking from the chassis, like it's not very strong. Okay, you see that uphill thing?
Yeah.
Put half of the car up on the hill and listen on your side.
Where? There?
Here on this driveway. Okay, go and now listen from that side. Go up. Did you hear
What the
full
heck?
sunroof crack?
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
I did not even notice that. Wow.
One way to hide all these problems is by using the pretty decent Bose sound system. I mean, it's not like the craziest sound system ever, but it's decent, wouldn't you think?
I like the sound system. It's not the most amazing sound system, like
Yeah.
you said, but it's got the lows.
It's
I mean,
okay.
it's not.
It's Bose. No highs, no lows. Must be Bose.
Yeah, well, that says it all. I mean, it's great.
I
You
just
know what?
find it's loud, but not the best quality, but it's good.
But that could be just someone's preference.
Sure.
So I think it'll.
And
if
a
you
matter
tune
of
it a bit-
tuning. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
tune it a bit, maybe it's better.
Yeah, true.
The suspension is tuned to favorite comfort, obviously, and it's very comfortable most of the time. There is no rattles to be heard from the interior while soaking up bumps, so I think it's all good there. Handling-wise, it's very good too. It grips pretty well, it levels itself after a certain amount of lean, and for a crossover that isn't meant to be driven hard, this thing is pretty capable. Push hard and it will understeer, but honestly, it's easy to control and unlikely you'll be pushing that hard in the first place. You also have a few terrain modes for off-roading, but again, I don't see anybody doing anything extreme in that sense. This ultimate all-wheel drive model is priced at 41,499 Canadian dollars, but we do highly recommend that you upgrade it to the plug-in hybrid.
All right, score time. I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I'll give it higher. I think 8.8 out of 10.
All right, fine.
Yeah, I think
great.
It's better than 8.5. It's not a 9, so let's say it's somewhere in between there. What I particularly like about it is that it offers everything you really need for a family SUV, especially Canadian winter.
Yep.
You have the all-wheel drive. You
Yep.
have all the heated stuff. No complaints really, other than some minor, quality issues. But again, for the price,
So what I really like about this is that, yeah, maybe it's not the luxury SUV, but it sure feels like luxury at some level. It's not the most exotic interior you've ever seen, but you know what? It does have everything you need.
it's one of the very few, let's say, not premium SUVs
Yeah.
that I was looking forward to my next drive-in.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't bothered by it. I was like, oh, okay, let's go.
Well, when you told me you were going to get the Tucson, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Now I'm like, oh my God, I love this thing. This is
Not
great.
bad at all.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
So if you're looking for something like this, definitely check out the Tucson. You'll regret it if you don't.
Yeah, you definitely have to check this out. If you're on the market, looking for something good on gas, it's a family hauler, this is it. Look at it.
Honestly, you'll love how easy it is to live with it.
Yeah.
And how cheap it is to run. So I think the virtue of this car is there. And it's cool to look at, too.
Yeah.
It's not boring.
Very true.
So that's all for now with a 2022. It's a 22. I
2022.
keep forgetting it's a 22.
It's all new 2022.
All new 22.
I'm a poet and didn't know it. And with that, I sign off.
Subscribe, share with your friends. Till next time, be well. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Perfect.